Above us, in the vast and infinite sky, there shines a singular light, steady, unchanging, and constant, even as the world around us shifts and changes. This star, Polaris, known to most as the North Star, has been a beacon for countless generations, guiding travelers, explorers, and wanderers who have sought its steady glow through the darkest of nights. But what is it about this particular star that has captured the hearts and imaginations of so many across the centuries? The North Star has inspired myths, legends, and stories that stretch back to the very beginnings of human history. More than just a point of light in the heavens, it has been a symbol of direction, purpose, and the search for meaning. And it has played a central role in the lives of many cultures, serving as a guide not just for physical journeys, but for spiritual and moral ones as well. Let us begin with the ancient Greeks, where the North Star's place in the sky was as much a part of their mythologies as it was of their practical lives. In the Greek myth of Arctos, we encounter a powerful and poignant story. Arctos, the great bear, was a mother figure, her tail intertwined with her son, Callisto. When Hera, jealous of the attention Callisto received from Zeus, transformed her into a bear, Arctos became a symbol of enduring strength and protective motherhood. But it was the intervention of Zeus that truly made Arctos immortal. In his compassion, he transformed both mother and son into constellations, placing them among the stars forever. It is here that we find Polaris, at the tip of Ursa Major's tail. In the Greek imagination, this star was not just a marker in the sky, but the eye of the great bear, constantly vigilant, always watchful. The Greeks understood the importance of Polaris in their navigation, both for sailors crossing vast oceans and for travelers journeying through the unknown. But they also imbued it with meaning beyond the practical. Polaris was the eternal sentinel, unyielding and unchanging. No matter where you sailed, no matter how far you traveled, this one star remained fixed, a reminder that there are constants in life, things that remain steady even in times of turmoil. It was a symbol of stability, a guiding light in both the physical and emotional sense, a light that pointed the way when darkness descended. Now, let us journey north to the cold, windswept lands of Scandinavia, where the North Star played an equally vital role, though one intertwined with divine purpose. To the ancient Norse people, the North Star was not just a guiding light. It was a spiritual presence deeply embedded in their view of the cosmos. The Vikings, renowned for their long voyages across the stormy seas of the North Atlantic, would look to the stars and, most importantly, to Polaris as a compass for their perilous journeys. They saw it as a divine beacon, a guiding force that led them not just through the seas, but through the realms of life and death. For the Norse, the North Star represented a way of navigating not just the physical world, but the spiritual one as well. The star was said to be a marker of home, both in the literal and symbolic sense. The Vikings, who ventured out on long, dangerous expeditions in search of new lands, relied on Polaris to chart their course. It was said that if you could always see the North Star, you would never truly be lost, no matter how far you went. It was a symbol of hope, a promise that there was always a way back, always a connection to your roots, to your homeland, and to the world of the gods. The Norse people also believed that the stars themselves were divine beings, and Polaris, in particular, was linked to Yggdrasil, the great tree of life that connected the 9 worlds in their mythology. The steady light of the North Star, fixed above all else, was seen as a bridge between the mortal and divine realms, guiding not only the living but the souls of the dead, helping them find their way through the cosmos. From the cold northern lands of the Vikings, we turn now to the Native American peoples, whose deep spiritual connection to the stars was central to their worldview. Among the Lakota, the North Star was seen not only as a celestial guide but as a spiritual presence, known as Wiyaya. This star was not simply a marker in the heavens. It was a powerful spirit, a leader, and a protector. The Lakota believed that Polaris was a beacon guiding the souls of their ancestors to the spirit world, where they would find peace and rest. For the Lakota people, the North Star was more than a guide to the physical world. It was a symbol of leadership, wisdom, and moral direction. It was said that Wiyaya led their people, not just through the physical world, but through the world of the spirit. The star was seen as a moral compass, a force that kept their people on the right path, helping them live in harmony with nature and with one another. The Lakota understood the vastness of the universe, and they saw the North Star as a symbol of guidance that transcended both time and space, a light that would lead them through all the seasons of life. To the far east, in ancient China, the North Star was revered as Tianguan, the celestial ruler, an embodiment of divine order. In the cosmology of ancient China, the North Star was believed to be the central axis of the universe, the very heart around which the entire celestial sphere revolved. This star was not just an astral body. It was a divine ruler, a cosmic emperor whose influence extended over both the heavens and the earth. The Chinese saw the North Star as the anchor of the entire universe. It was believed that all the stars were aligned with the movements of the North Star, and that its position in the sky dictated the flow of time and the fate of kingdoms. Emperors, who ruled as the earthly counterparts to the celestial ruler, would often look to the North Star for guidance. Its position was thought to indicate the prosperity of the empire. When it shone brightly, it was a sign of peace and harmony. When it dimmed, it was seen as an omen of impending strife or misfortune. The star became a symbol of cosmic justice, reminding rulers and subjects alike of the delicate balance of the universe. Finally, we reached the sun-drenched lands of West Africa, where the Dogon people of Mali held the North Star in sacred regard. To the Dogon, Polaris was the dwelling place of Namo, the great water spirit. Namo was seen as the giver of life and the bringer of water, the source of both spiritual and physical nourishment. The Dogon understood the cycles of water and agriculture in deep connection with the movements of the stars. For them, the North Star was more than a symbol of navigation. It was a spiritual force that dictated the very rhythms of their existence. The Dogon saw Namo as a divine presence that governed both the seasonal rains and the agricultural cycles. The North Star was believed to herald the beginning of the rainy season, a time crucial for planting crops and ensuring a bountiful harvest. Its appearance was not just a marker in the sky, but a cosmic announcement that life would continue, that fertility would return, and that the earth would once again be nourished. Polaris was a reminder of the interconnectedness of the universe, the constant relationship between the stars above and the lives of those on Earth. Through all these cultures, the Greeks, the Norse, the Lakota, the Chinese, and the Dogon, the North Star has held a place of profound significance. It has served as a guide, a symbol of direction, hope, and moral clarity. It has been a celestial sentinel, a spiritual leader, a divine ruler, and a bringer of life. Through the ages, it has shown us that no matter how far we wander, no matter how dark the night becomes, there is always a light to follow, always a path to be found. The North Star is not merely a point of light in the sky. It is a living, enduring symbol of our shared human experience, one that connects us to the past, to the divine, into the eternal. So, as you look up at the night sky tonight, know that the North Star is not simply a distant object, it is a thread that ties us all together. A constant presence, unwavering, guiding us through the ages. In this vast and mysterious universe, it reminds us that, even in the darkest times, we are never truly lost. There is always a way home, always a light to lead us.